What are we doing then? Just explain, we just done a photo shoot for Shortlist. That's why I've got a little bit of eyeliner on. But it was worth it, because Karl had to dress up in tights and knickers, didn't you? And a lion.
Yeah. Not even mine. Well, they won't be mine. But a woman had to like lend me a tights.
Brilliant.
It's amazing,
Right,
isn't
we're going to do this. This is Mr. and Mrs. basically.
Right.
So I'm going to ask a series of questions of Karl. Quite a simple question of favourite film, favourite food. And Ricky, I want you to write down what you think the answer, Karl's answer, is going to be.
Yeah.
So hide it from Karl.
Exactly, yeah.
And then
That's so just leaving the room or going to a little booth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Karl, you'll reveal the answer. Ricky will reveal the pad.
Yeah.
Right, I can see that.
So don't answer straight away.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
The first one is, what is Karl's favourite film?
Well, I'll tell you what, before he says anything, I'll have to put it down to 2, because I reckon he can't decide between 2.
Okay.
So I'm gonna straight away, I'm gonna do that, and if I'm right, well, I shouldn't give anything away. Okay?
Karl, reveal what your favourite film, or indeed favourite film is.
He'll know what it is. It's Kez and Elephant Man.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between the two?
Probably Kez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elephant Man's just
Great,
a bit sad.
isn't it? Yeah, it's great. I reckon that really affects you and your kid as well. And
Well,
it's sort of your it's very much what I imagined your upbringing.
Well, I had
to
a
be
magpie,
like.
didn't I?
Well, yeah, and
What was the magpie's name?
Maggie.
used to come down and peck his grifter.
And peck me head.
Watching The Elephant Man, you know that bit in The Elephant Man where Anthony Hopkins takes John Merrick or Joseph Merrick behind a screen, and he's showing it to a load of surgeons, and he's going, see the deformation of the skull, the spine, the limbs. The only thing that is totally normal and untouched are the genitals. Karl goes, think of that. The one thing you would want like an elephant, and he gets the head.
Yeah. Good film, that.
Right, next one.
We'll go for the next one. Karl's favourite food.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be very specific here. I think we're talking about a meal, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What, an actual main course?
Yes. Well, I mean...
You're not going to know this.
Well, I'm gonna put to get me. Okay, I've gone for something sort of like a specific, but that gives me a bit of leeway. So I could be totally wrong here.
All right. Karl, please reveal favourite food.
And you mean one for at home, not going out. Because if I go out, I make more of an effort to have something that someone's had to do some effort with.
No, do you think like yeah? I've done it like it would be a meal that he could do himself as well.
Right.
As,
Okay. Sausage, beans, potato cakes.
Oh, I've got it wrong. I thought you were meat and 2 veg. I've put sort of pork or lamb
No, I wouldn't
chops.
mess about making meat and veg if I was on my own.
No.
No.
What was
no
it?
way. Sausage, beans, potato cakes. Toaster, potato cakes, beans in a pan, sausage in a frying
he
pan.
put sausages in the toaster once.
Yeah, but...
Is that true?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
came
it
home,
was.
his girlfriend came home to him sticking a knife in the toaster to get the sausages out that were burning.
It's the way they spit, and
But why did you put them in the first place?
because I don't like when you've got them in a frying pan and then you turn that up and the heat gets going and they spit and then the grease is going all over the sort of the hob. So I thought do it in the toaster, let it spit on the inside. Not as much mess, but yeah. It was ages ago though. You're saying that as if that's before I met you.
So if you're out and he does his sausages, does he pop them on the grill? Does he put them in the oven? Does he stick them in the toaster like a fucking twat? Oh,
That's how you find stuff out though, isn't it? That's how inventors and stuff come about. Trial and error.
All right, we'll go for the next one. Karl's
I've got him about that.
celebrity. All right, okay. Well, this is 1 out of 2, so we'll go for the third one. Karl's celebrity crush.
wouldn't have one.
What now?
Yeah.
I'm nearly 40. Do you mean a celebrity crush?
That's
Do one when I'm a kid or something.
That's
maybe.
the point. This is not based on anything because he's, obviously he's never spoken about this or given any. Hold on, 40.
20's still young, old.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
let's say
sort of 14 or something.
15. So hold on, when were you born? 72.
72.
So we're talking 84, are we? 1984. Janet Jackson.
She wasn't around in 84.
We've lost the pen and pad element of this straight away.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, wasn't she around in 84?
No, it wasn't her.
Paula Abdul.
No.
You guys just know! So there's an answer. There is someone who at 14 you thought, oh, she's nice, and I've got to guess who this woman is in 1984. Debbie Harry.
No.
You don't know yet.
No. 84. Probably one of Bananarama. Why is that funny?
Because it's so random and specific. Anything you said is funny. Anything you said is funny. But it's also one-off. They haven't got anyone in mind. And there's been about 9 members of Bananarama. Narrow it down a bit. No, come on. Which one of Bananarama?
God, I don't know what they're called. It was the darker one. The dark-haired one.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Next one.
What have I had that? The darker one in Bananarama.
Alright.
Well, remember, you got to write it down.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to
Sorry.
Carl's favourite book.
Oh,
Okay, now.
you know this?
Well, but are we talking novel, fiction, or what?
I think we're talking any.
Just a book.
Any book. Like if you had to take one book to a desert island, what would it be?
You know, I don't know why you're not writing it out.
Well, shut up.
Fucking hell, are we mates? So what? You should know what that is.
What, your favourite book?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm thinking of an answer I don't want to embarrass you with. A book of freaks that you carried around for 6 months.
What's that?
Oh, you're joking. That's your favourite book. It was a pamphlet.
It wasn't a pamphlet. It was about 40 odd pages. It's my
It
favourite
was the
book.
50 top freaks given away with some dodgy old fucking magazine.
It was with FHM, and it was like a freak book. That was interesting.
And you count that as a book?
Well, what would you put then? I've never seen you with a proper book ever. So don't start lying and give me a load of old shite that it's someone like Nurture or something. 'Cause it isn't.
Nurture.
What book would you pick?
Friedrich Nurture. What?
No, you're right. He was right in a way. It is a
Yeah,
freak
it's
book.
Book of Freaks.
Let's go for the pad. Let's go for
50
the
top.
do
Oh,
the
no, I
pad.
got that. 50 top freaks. No, well it. 50 top freaks. Yeah.
Carl's
Do you know what? Do you know how he liked it? Because number 50 was a fellow with 3 legs. He was so
No,
excited.
there was
he went,
loads.
Huh?
No, number 50 was the bloke with 2 heads.
Was it?
Yeah, because I said Jesus. What's number 1?
Yeah. What was that? Was a bloke shagging a chicken? Got killed
Number
by a
1.
rock. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Carl's favourite song.
Okay, again. Okay. I'll have to do. I'll tell you that he's got a favourite song.
Are you just
For a
going
reason.
for one or 2?
Oh, no, I'm going to go for a couple here. I'm going to go for. They've both got a theme, and then I'm going to do tune as well. Okay, I've got 2 songs, and then I've got like an instrumental.
Right, I'll go for Stranger on the Shore, Akabilk. Alright. And then I'd go for Elvis in the Ghetto. Is he getting them?
Yeah.
And there's one more, yeah?
Yeah.
Rod Stewart, Killing a Georgie.
Oh! Yeah. No, I went with Stevie Wonder in the City.
That's alright, that's up there.
Yeah.
Not
He likes,
bad.
he likes a song with a story. So anything... I'll tell you another one as well. Wonderful Tonight.
Yeah, that's...
Like that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Convinced it's about a disabled fella. Because the lines she puts him to bed. Stuff like that.
There was a few little hints.
It's not hints, nothing to do with it.
Listen to it.
Nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with
Click
being
on it.
disabled. No, not at no point is it
There is.
mentioned. Or no,
There is.
no, it's all in your head.
Any others?
Let's go for one more.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm gutted about the old pork chops.
You've got to be careful with pork.
Why? Worms.
It's got to be done, yeah. It's got to be cooked right, hasn't it?
Yeah, but now they do things like pork.
This has come from the man who put sausages in the toaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
Carl's favourite animal.
All right.
Wow.
So you don't mean a pet?
No, I'm not.
This is broad, yeah.
Just any animal out there?
Yeah. You got it.
No, it's funny because I reckon he's got this one wrong.
Oh.
I reckon he's put down monkey. But I'd probably pick sloth.
Can we see the pack?
I've put chimp actually.
There you go.
He lumps in great apes with monkeys. He doesn't really know the difference. Funny she said the sloth because he went to the zoo and he called me up and I went to the zoo. What did he said? What's the sloth? He said it's annoying. I went why? He said it's got a huge enclosure. I went why is that annoying? He went it doesn't need it. It doesn't use it. Hang it in a wardrobe. It'd be just as happy.
Didn't move in all the time I was there. Looked dead. I actually thought it was dead. 14 quid you pay to get in there. It didn't fucking move. Didn't do anything.
Why is it your favourite animal?
I think because it just fascinates me that this thing, that a dodo died out and yet a sloth
So it's
is still
easy for you to
around
say.
even though it's asleep.
Yeah.
Is that, it's safer in a sort of a dead state.
Dido died out as well, didn't she? She
Dodo
has been
died out.
for years.
Um,
That's the Dodo and Dido. Didn't do anything.
Alright, let's go one more. If Carl could have a superpower, what do you think he would pick?
Wow. Okay. Well, okay, I've got loads of answers here. I think the general public would know one of them,
oh, yeah.
but they're not. That's a joke one.
No, that was a new idea, but you mean one that exists? sort of thing.
Well, okay, let's not count bullshit, man.
Right.
That's not really a
cancel bullshit,
superpower,
man.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
that's what I mean. That's a made-up one. But you're talking
Exactly.
about one that people go, yeah, I'd have that.
Flying, invincibility, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, I've got one. I don't know if it's true. I mean, it's a bit weird.
Carl, please reveal.
It's one that I'd pick, but I'm still not 100% if it's the right move. I don't think you've gone for it.
Oh, I've gone. Okay.
Shape-shifting.
Oh, I went for invisibility.
Can we see the patterns?
Sorry, I went for invisibility.
Why shapeshifting over invisibility?
Just because you know what shape-shifting is, you can sort of be anything you want.
What would you be now?
On a day like today, probably a blue bottle.
Why would you be a blue bottle?
Just 'cause it's the right weather for it.
But
But I'd only do that for a bit.
No, they haven't. No, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it, you see them in this weather because they're buzzing around and it's their time of year where they.
Yeah,
But we don't have to be a blue bottle to enjoy the weather, do you?
No, but I've got to be something else, haven't I?
Yeah, but why a blue bottle? That's
Well, what would you pick on a day like today? You wouldn't want to be a buffalo, a bison in this. It'd be well hot. So a blue bottle,
why
out
a
and about.
dolphin? It'd be...
In London.
It doesn't have to... So now you're a blue bottle who's got to go on the tube and go to work. Now
No,
you're
I'm in
blue
London.
bottle.
I'm in London though.
But
You've still got to be at home. If you're a fucking dolphin, where are you knocking about?
I didn't know the restriction was the fact that you had to be caught in the city.
Well, I would. So where's the dolphin?
Oh, so you can completely change your species, but you can't move fucking town.
Well, then you've got to get home again. The shape shifting, you know what it is?
Yeah, you can change into a blue
Anything,
bottle.
anything.
Yeah. But would you be a 6 foot blue bottle?
No, just a little one, and then you do that for a bit, and then you change.
But why are you
else.
doing it? What are you thinking? Have you got
For
your
a
own...
change?
Yeah, well...
You said it, all right, you picked invisibility. What would you do with that?
No, that wasn't mine. That wasn't my superpower. That was my guess at yours, right? Because once you said you wish you were invisible, so you could go sneak into HMV, you go shopping without having stress, pay for it, and leave in the morning.
Yeah, but
that was your superpower.
Yeah, but that's when
paying for it
CDs
secretly.
was out. It's not worth it now, is it?
No.
No fucker's paying for anything these days on the internet. Download for fuck all. So forget that. There's no advantage. Being a blue bottle.
Yeah, what are you doing? So you go, I'm in London. Oh, there's a bit of shit there. Oh, I'm glad I'm a blue bottle. So, but what if you're shape-shifting? Why don't you be a seagull and go to Brighton for the day? No, it's not the rules. You've got to stay in London. Why are you imposing this rule of it being in London?
I'd give everything a go. I just picked that because it was a nice day and I saw one earlier.
Okay, what if you could shape-shift, but it was like changing your region on your DVD? You only had 3 goes. What would you try and then stick with?
Ooh.
Remember, the world is your oyster.
Right.
You don't have to stay in Kentish Town for the day.
Well, I'd pick what's her name. I've said to you before, I'd be
One
a
of Bananarama?
sloth. Sloth.
Oh, you'd be a sloth?
I said that. It's still good, isn't it? Because if they're asleep, if I'm not enjoying being a sloth, I can dream about being something else. So it's a safe thing to be. Well, if you're asleep, you can... What's the problem?
You can anyway. You can wake up and go, oh, I wish I was a blue bottle.
I've never seen a blue bottle asleep.
Listen.
I called you the other day, you said slugs don't sleep.
No, you called me and said, do slugs sleep?
Yes, and you said, what did you say?
That's it. You got it all the wrong way around. I said, well, sleep as we know it is very different. You know, some have microsleep, some can estivate, some can actually be frozen.
All right.
So I said, what do you mean by sleep? Right? So...
Butterfly.
Why?
If I wasn't enjoying it, it's only for a day.
And then you die?
Yes.
But then you're dead.
Yeah, but if I'm not enjoying it...
But why do you... What?
The worst thing would be a tortoise.
You don't have to be a tortoise.
I don't fucking know then. What's something else? I hate questions like this, because you ask me, I give you an answer and you argue with me. I've told you, I picked 3 perfectly decent things there.
A sloth.
A blue bottle, a butterfly.
Right, why did your superpower be flying? Then you could be Karl Pilkington.
Because Suzanne would be saying, no.
Why?
Because Suzanne would be going, oh, nip out and do an errand. Suddenly I'm flying around everywhere, busy, because she's going, it's easier for you. She don't get out for arse enough as it is. I don't want flying, and everybody would be on your back, and no, definitely not.
Then why choose a blue bottle and a butterfly? That's
Because
their
no
job.
one's... Yeah, but that's as a fly. Everyone's expecting it to fly. And then when I go back to me, I'd appreciate... I've always said to you about not knowing if I feel well. Whereas a blue bottle, it spends its day flying around being sick on shit. So if I come back to me and I'm like, I feel really good now, I'm not throwing up all the time. And
right.
So there's benefits to being a fly. I think I'd appreciate life more once I'd seen it through the eyes, many eyes, of a blue bottle. What would you pick? Let's change it, because it's unfair, this. What would you pick? Any shape-shifting?
Definitely, I'd pick either a bird or a dolphin, just soaring. An eagle soaring. A dolphin. The oceans. Whole world's my oyster. At no point would I think, I'll choose something that if it's shit I die immediately. That's much better.
Well, we're all different, aren't we? That's what this is about.
Right, let's do one more very quick.
You're fucking different.
How big is pet hate?
Oh, fuck me, you haven't got long enough, mate.
Well, don't say it, right.
I don't think you... Oh, it's annoying that you're asking this now, because I've got so much that I don't know which one to pick.
It's difficult to write down.
Maybe just do a word that can prove that you will have got it right.
Well, I think it's
Oh.
There is one word, and it sort of applies to all the things you might say that annoy him, but I don't know if what's your pet's hate?
Just when they shit somewhere.
What?
Oh, when they shit somewhere and you can't find it and it stinks.
What?
I hate that.
Isn't that funny? I didn't get that. What do you mean?
Just what have you thought?
Faffing. Too much faffing. Like, is people always like, you can't do that? You have to phone 5 times. They have to put you on hold. People
Oh, you just mean an annoyance.
What did you think he meant?
He said a pet hate. I thought, right, okay, yeah, I would have said
Sorry,
faffing.
what do you mean?
What do you hate about having a pet? When there's shit behind the
Okay, good night, everyone. Okay.
I don't word it like that.
I've known him for 10 years, and that surprised me.
Hang on, faffing.
That fucking surprised me. I'm really sorry about that.
Right, faffing, yeah, faffing.
A pet hate. When you're asleep and it licks your bollocks. What?
No, all right, I got the wrong end. Yeah, faffing, all right. Yeah.
Fuck me. That's great. That's great. Cheers.
He'll be all right, though, won't he?
Of course he'd be all right.
Okay.
I didn't buy the controversy, really, with the Golden Globes. I think that was the press just keeping it going. Because who was really offended? Who did I really offend, you know?
I was there. I think you offended quite a few people.
And there's so many stupid people on Twitter. It's great.
Yeah.
Someone said, hey, you're worth 80 million, but you haven't had your teeth fixed. And I sent back, when you're this rich, you get your butler to chew your food.
All right, clock again. Robert De Niro.
Are you looking at me?
All right, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back.
Winston Churchill.
Oh, I'll fight them on the beaches, I will.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh, look at these.
All right,
Is it true, the story about getting the call from Stephen Hawking?
Yeah. Well, I did. I got a call from this guy.
How do you know it was him?
But when you come to the United States, are you nervous about traveling these days, for example?
Well, I'll tell you, the first time, I was a bit apprehensive coming to the States this time. A couple of reasons, really. The first one is, I mean, obviously since the war in Iraq, it's not good to be in America with a French name.
Oh.
I have got French blood.
Is that right?
I don't like them either, though. I just want to make... No.
Do you watch Doctor Who?
I don't know. Killed that one, didn't it? Is that really all you had?
You've lost a lot of weight.
Thank you.
How have you done it? Tell me a secret.
Steroids and AIDS.
How long is your... I'm not asking how long is... I'm not...
7 inches.
All right, well, listen.
Here's one you tweeted of Jane. Jane thought she'd made a new friend, but it was just a shadow. Jane thinking about making new friends. This one is, Jane is looking so happy because her new friend hasn't walked away yet.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever done while you were drunk?
Oh, where is... No, I thought of one. I just thought of one. I don't know if it's dumbest.
I knew you'd have a good answer for this.
I weed on my girlfriend once. No, let me explain.
Okay. There had to be a few words at home after you posted this one. Just found this photo of Jane when she was little. There had to be a gift. You must have given her a gift after that.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I can't believe this. You had a birthday, and is it 50 years old? You're not 50 years old. Are you really 50 years old?
50, yeah.
I mean, you look tremendous. You look like you're 35. If somebody had said to me, how old? I said 35. At 35, honestly. You look exactly like you did the first time, except you're in better shape. Remember you used to come out, you're sort of pear-shaped when you come out? Now you look great. You
didn't
good.
say that at the time, though, did you?
No, I didn't know what to think.
Well, no. You said, "Oh, you look good now," because I looked awful before. That's all you're saying. I needed you to say it before. You're pear-shaped. I'd have worked out faster. And now...
But how do you feel at 50? Good, right?
Well, yeah. I'm grumpier. I think I'm grumpier.
Grumpier?
Yeah. I understand you a lot more now. Do you know what I mean? No.
What's a body part you're most proud of on yourself?
It's probably my second penis. No. Wow.
2 of them. Wow.
My next brother's like 11 years older, then 12. My sister's 12 years older, and my older brother's like 13 years older. I remember asking my mum why that was. I was about like 11, eating my cornflakes, and I said, Mum, why are my brothers and sisters so much older than me? And she said, because you were a mistake. Just like that.
Do you think maybe at 60 it'll get even worse?
I don't know, because you said I looked better than I did at 40.
Oh, you look much better than you did when I first met you.
So if this carries on, if you looked at a graph, I'd look like Johnny Depp when I'm about 70.
That's right. Yeah. Call me when that happens.
Because you've never been to Australia.
It's too far. No. And what? This guy here, right?
No, don't. That's a beloved American. If you keep sitting with your legs like that, I'm going to get you some tickets to a Broadway show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I can't move it because I'll crush the sloth. Right, you're a...
Is that a sex thing?
That's
crushing
a sex
the sloth?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right.
You're a... What is he? A gay robot skeleton?
Skeleton, yeah.
Right, I can see he's a skeleton, see he's a robot. His name's Jeff. But what have you done that's gay? What's
Why
the
don't you come over here and I'll show you?
And this policeman comes out with a mirror on the end of a stick, and he looks under the van like that. And as he's doing it, his helmet falls off, and 20 cigarettes fell out. And the copper looked at Bob and sort of went, I bet you've always wondered what we kept under our helmets. And Bob went, I knew it wasn't fucking brains.
I thought some of these cat pictures actually were quite convincing.
Yeah,
you.
That's good.
That's one. That's a good one. It's the next one. Let's see. Let's keep going. And then, oh, that's a nice one. Then there's 3. There's another one right here. And I like that a lot. Look at that. That's fantastic. I didn't see that one. Oh, my God.
I just wondered if there was a gag you thought, oh, no, that's gone a bit far.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Most of them.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, if you think the things I say are terrible, think of the things I think.
That's a very good point.
Listen, I'm with you with this God thing. Like, as in atheism. I mean, but there's a bit of you thinks, you know, what if it is true? What do you do when you meet God?
Will he forgive me?
Will he?
Yeah, and it's his fault. Why did he make me an atheist?
You blame Johnny Depp for ruining your hair.
No, I played a tiny prostitute part in Public Enemies for a day.
You don't mean a dwarf prostitute?
There's not even any water here. Can I have a drink of water?
Unfortunately, I'm the new
you've
BBC...
got some?
Well,
brilliant.
Yeah, I bought this myself. You have to buy your own out of BBC.
Look at you.
That's £1. You want that? It's £1 I want from you.
Yeah.
That's £1. OK, let's do an interview.
I never knew you were this weird. Really? No, because you kept it... We worked together for a couple of days. And
I know.
You're absolutely mental.
In a nice way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so... I eat and drink too much every night, and then I go to the gym, and everything aches though because I run. My knees gone, my shoulders.
You got to use that machine now.
Oh, everything's gone.
No, this machine.
Yeah.
The frog leg machine.
Yeah.
That's the one I do now because it doesn't hurt my knees. I have to do that.
Yeah, I've got to be so careful.
Yeah, you have to. It's getting older. We're the same age. I know.
I know. And
yes.
I've had 5 years of the finger.
Yeah.
I've had 5 years of the finger now.
Well, you started late. You start in America. You start 40.
No.
Yeah. You start.
No,
40.
the testicles sort of go out the end of the 40s. Then you're out of that danger, and then the 50s start the old. So now.
That's the exact noise mine makes.
Yeah.
Well.
Right, okay. Talking about being recognised in Italian restaurants, being recognised when you're having that done is great. So I was having it done once, and it was a doctor, right? And he'd done all the things. He goes, do you want me to test your prostate? And I said, yeah, fine. He said, do you need a chaperone? I went, no, fine. He went, okay. So he does that, and he went, big fan, by the way. We have these reality game shows, Nick. There's so many of them. You're getting
with celebrities and stuff.
Well, celebrities. You say celebrities, but now they've done so many that it's like siblings of celebrities and next door neighbours of celebrities, and sons and daughters of celebrities. And there was one in particular, and I was talking to Carl, and I said, the thing is with him is, I said, he's only famous because of who his dad was, and Carl said, yeah, but you could say the same about Jesus.
Hello, Tiny Tim.
Hello. Oh. I bet it looks even worse from that angle.
Keep going.
Right. See?
Yeah, no.
Out there. Well done, Winslet. I told you. Do a Holocaust movie. The awards come, didn't I? See? Trouble is with Holocaust films, there's never any gag reel on the DVDs. I don't know. There isn't. It's, now, don't do it. It'll be fine.
How are you? Nice to have you here.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Yeah.
Nice new studio.
This is new. This is a new experience, yes.
Yeah, it's great to...
Giant moon, big fake moon behind you.
Actually, the studio was easier to find than the channel on the TV.
But are you into Harry? I think because he's British, like the superstar, you'd be into him. But are you into Harry?
Well, yeah, he's fine. But why do you think? Because he's British, I'm into him.
Kind of.
We've got as many idiots as you. I don't have to be into everyone British, do I? You're so macho, aren't you?
I know, it's a
You're so tough. I'm glad you got your shirt on. You always have to show a bit of that, don't you?
No.
It's for the menopausal women. And go, oh, look, he's taking his shirt. He walked to the restaurant the other week carrying a stag. Who do you think you are? 4.
Hold on.
And I was going to come out dressed as Adolf Hitler, right? No, right? And I was going to come out there, so I was just doing that, waving to them, right? And then get to the podium and let it die down and go, too much? Right? And then I wanted to look in the crowd and go, it's the wrong crowd, it's just the wrong crowd. And then I was going to say, that's the last time I borrow a suit from Mel Gibson. And I went out and said, I've got no Will Smith material, and they got a big laugh just because they were thinking it. Like, yeah, it's my show, I wasn't there, right? And I said, people on Twitter, it was trending, people saying, oh, what would have happened if Ricky had been hosting it? And I said, nothing, because I wouldn't have made a joke about his wife's hair. I'd have made a joke about her boyfriend. Yes! I haven't offended anyone. I didn't mean, it's not my fault. There's a lot of powerful people here, so if I said, it's... Honestly, I like a drink as much as the next man. Unless the next man is Mel Gibson. This new thing in England is celebrities having depression. Oh, I feel all depressed. It's always overprivileged performers that have these bouts of depression. You don't have blue-collar workers, working class mums with 6 children having, I feel a bit depressed. Do you? Get the kids to school. Oh, yeah. I just think of these guys on minimum wage reading articles about going, oh, look at this poor millionaire comedian. He feels all alienated. I wish there's something I could do, but I lost my fingers.
Now, it strikes me that in the beginning of your career, you must have had so much pressure to go down the kind of handsome leading man route. And was it hard to kind of resist that?
You answer. Mel Gibson, come on. No, come on. I'm not going to have a go at him. He's been through a lot. Not as much as the Jews, to be fair.
You should do one with talk show hosts.
Yeah, I was thinking that just the crew. Me, Leno, obviously, brilliant. David Letterman and Jon Stewart. It was just.
And then what if you expanded it and got even more people in there? You could probably
Larry Sanders.
Okay, Larry Sanders is fictional.
So I'm right.
Come on! If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So... The next presenter is an award-winning actress with special powers. In Die Another Day, she used her powers of seduction to win over James Bond. In X-Men, she used her powers to control the elements. In Catwoman, she used the power of being able to wash herself all over. And she's the paw for behind the ear. It's brilliant. Please welcome the very clean Halle Berry. All female remakes are the big thing. There's a female remake of Ghostbusters. There's going to be a female remake of Ocean's 11. And this is brilliant for the studios because they get guaranteed box office results and they don't have to spend too much money on the cast. So... Shut up, I don't care.
Took my hand and all is fine. I was here so bad for love, but you gave me smiles. And you didn't walk away, you stayed for life, for life. Oh baby, you're for life. Oh baby, you're for life.
Ricky Gervais couldn't be here tonight, so instead we're going to give this to our friend Steve Carell.
Look at his stupid face. Couldn't actually win one of his own, so he stole someone else's. A few years ago, on this show, I made a joke about Mel Gibson getting a bit drunk and saying a few unsavoury things. We've all done it. I wasn't judging him, but now I find myself in the awkward position of having to introduce him again. Listen, I'm sure it's embarrassing for both of us, okay? And I blame NBC for this terrible situation. Mel blames... We know who Mel blames. Listen, I still feel a bit bad for it, right? Mel's forgotten all about it, apparently. That's what drinking does. No. I want to say something nice about Mel before he comes out. So... Oh, yeah, OK. Here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby. Please welcome Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I love seeing Ricky once every 3 years because it reminds me to get a colonoscopy.
Where is he? Oh, there in the front row. Just... Just in case you have to make a dash for it. Have you got it on you? I've heard you carry it around with you to get in restaurants and stuff. I made you what? Don't look at me. I'm gone off road. Everyone's getting nervous now. There's nothing on the auto cue. I can do anything. This is live. I made you what you are, and I get nothing back.
Have you even been to see Ghost Town yet? No. I sat through Heaven Almighty. Give me my Emmy. Give me my Emmy. I'll come down there. Give me it. I'll tickle you. I don't care. I've got nothing to lose here. I'm a nobody here. Where is it? Yes, you have. Stop. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Give me it. Give me the Emmy. Give me the Emmy. Give me the Emmy. Give me it. Give me the... Thank you. Right. Good. The one that obviously everyone gets, and I used to be frivolous, and I used to do not. Now I just answer them seriously. If we evolved from apes, why are there still apes around? I used to say things like, well, if God made man from dust, why is there still dust around? And things like, you know. But now I say, well, we didn't evolve from modern apes, we evolved with modern apes from a common ancestor, rather like, and I just answer it deadly serious, like they, you know, it doesn't help. Then someone followed it up with, well, I've been going to the same zoo for 24 years and I haven't seen one monkey turn into a person. But I think, even though that's incredibly stupid, we think, actually, it shows what the problem is when people try and understand it. They can't grasp the scale of it. They can't imagine these tiny changes. No one can imagine 50 million years. So they do expect the chimp to go, come on, lad, get on with it. And that's because they also give it a will. They can't see that it's nearly an analogue thing as well. And I think you've spoken about this before, your amazing model about if you took a picture of your dad and your grandparents and their dad, at any one point you go, they look alike. But at some point is a fish. You know, eventually there's a fish. I didn't see that coming. What you did, you see, you know, it's so that they, again, it's the scale. The scale is unimaginable. It's lucky that it did happen because we couldn't imagine it. If it wasn't fact, we couldn't make that up.
You're not convicted of your atheism.
Well, I
You're
am.
not sure.
No, I am, because atheism is only rejecting the claim that there is a God. Atheism isn't a belief system. Atheism. So this is atheism in a nutshell. You say there's a God. I say, can you prove that? You say no. I say I don't believe you then. So you believe in one God, I assume.
In three persons, but go ahead.
Okay. So you believe. Okay. So. But there are about 3,000 to choose from that have been, you know, people who believe in.
I've done some reading, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So basically, you believe in, you deny one less God than I do. You don't believe in 2,999 gods, and I don't believe in just one more.
Right.
I remember I did a sketch once on the 11 o'clock show, and it was about benefit cheats or means testing, right? And the joke was, I played an awful sort of bigoted right-wing news reporter, and I was going, we should test them. We should see if they're really disabled. We should tip them out the wheelchair and set the fire alarm off and see if they run, right? And also, if they say they're deaf, they might not even hear the fire alarm. They wouldn't. All this sort of nonsense, right? And someone, a lawyer or someone at Channel 4 said, oh, don't have a go at the deaf. They're very militant. Have a go at the blind. So it was nothing to do with morality. It was like, I'll have to write more letters. Right? And I go, well, one, the joke doesn't work, because blind people can hear the fire alarm, right? It's but apart from that, so this isn't to do, this is the thing about political correctness, it's not correctness, it's political correctness. So it's often, oh, where do I get less flack? You know, so, and I can defend everything I've ever done. You know, I'm not one of these people who say comedy is your conscience taking a day off. I can defend every joke I've ever said because offence usually comes when they mean it. First of all, I think political correctness is good per se. I don't want people going around saying terrible things and hurting people's feelings all the time, particularly politicians. Right? But in art, it's different, and joke is very different. It's a very different thing. And when the offence comes, it's usually because they've mistaken the target of the joke with the subject, and they're not necessarily the same thing, particularly with irony. And with irony, you're purposely saying the wrong thing, and you're hoping that people are sensible and intelligent enough to get it and laugh at the stupid attitude. So confusion comes, okay? But you can't legislate against stupidity. You can only water satire down so much until it's not satire anymore. And then you're standing up and preaching. You're standing up and going, racism's wrong, isn't it? And people go, yeah. Cheers, good night. You know, so as long as most people get the joke, and it's gettable, and there is a basis for it and a reason for it, and there's a comic conceit and a fair target, you can't worry about people not getting it or not liking it, because that's going to happen. There's nothing you can say that someone somewhere doesn't like. And most of it's taste. It's just they didn't like it, you know. A few examples. My first gig, I think, in New York, I made jokes about AIDS, cancer, famine, the Holocaust, everything, right? I did a joke about Anne Frank, right? The Nazis being so stupid they couldn't hear her type in her book, right? Okay. And it was a routine. And I got a letter of complaint from a Jewish society saying, we loved your show, but we did not appreciate the joke. I said, so you got the irony with the famine, cancer, AIDS, but you didn't like that. And of course I don't think that. I did and then they get it. They go, oh yeah, sure, okay. And most people do that, but we're human. So when we hear a thing about what we think is us, we go, well, that's a bit, we get it on all the other stuff. You can't see the wood for the trees, and that's human, right? But it's crazy to worry about one person thinking you mean them when you don't, you know? I tweeted once, why did the chicken cross the road? Hey, fuck you, my chicken died last night. You know? So someone's going to be going through some... your joke is going to remind people of a bad thing.
Everything should be subject to ridicule.
Yeah.
I mean, even just to force you to understand, think about it more.
I know. But people then they go, wow, yeah, but you shouldn't hurt people's feelings. Well, you can if their feelings are wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like the facts, don't change the facts, change the feelings.
Yeah.
You know. And also then they try and do this thing. Oh, you should never punch down. You should punch up. Well, who's to say what's up and down is?
Yeah, it's a subjective.
So you're deciding who's down and who's up. No. You don't get to do that.
Yeah, no, and so there's this whole thing nowadays about not offending people, and people feeling uncomfortable. In the States is a big thing with sort of target words and safe zones. People don't want to hear a word that they don't like.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like?
It's not. It's but I think it's at least it's in the States. I think it's a property of upbringing where parents sort of convince their kids. When I was growing up, we played in the streets, right? But now you don't go in the streets; it's dangerous. Yeah. You should never take any risks, and you shouldn't do anything that might hurt you in any way or make you uncomfortable in any way. And education and science, the purpose of it is to make you uncomfortable.
And a sense of humour.
Yeah,
it makes you bulletproof.
Yeah,
you don't have to pave the jungle.
Yeah,
you can just grow a pair and have a laugh about it. I mean,
you're offending ideas,
the comedy
but
comes
not
first, and I understand. Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah,
people try and give ideas rights.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not allowed to offend their. They jump in the way of the bullet and say, "Why are you shooting at me?"
Yeah.
Right? If someone insults maths, I don't go, "How dare you insult maths?"
Yeah.
Insult it all you like. Yeah. It works.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? If you're so fragile that you think that a joke about someone can destroy it, well, you need something else then. Yeah. It's nonsense. And now people saying, people mistake sometimes demanding equality, right, by not being part of humour.
Yeah.
It's actually demanding privilege.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. But I agree. It's Someone says they're offended. I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive.
Yeah.
I want them to start saying I found it offensive, because you've got to own the emotion, because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Have you seen a change in your, over the last, I don't know, that's 20 years or so, about how atheism is perceived?
Well, I mean, you sort of do it. There's part of me that does it because I think I should, that there is someone being persecuted now that might, you know, I can't change the world, but what I mean, maybe someone in a Western world that thinks they shouldn't come out because it's a bad thing, because it's still a bad thing in Western society. In America, they took a vote, America, right? Probably that big bit in the middle of America, but we were voted least trustworthy group, joint bottom with rapists. So there's still a thing about, I better not say I'm an atheist, it'll annoy my mum or dad or granddad or school. There's still that. So you do that. Some of it I do it as an intellectual pursuit, because someone asks me a question, I'd rather give the right answer than the wrong answer. I'd rather tell the truth than lie, because it's easier, you know. I think the big thing, people think I run into churches and go, it's all fucking bollocks. I don't care, you know. I don't. But if I'm asked if I believe in God, I'll say no. I mean, you know, the tricky one is I did a film called The Invention of Lying, where I did a scene where thank you, 7 people saw that film, where my mother in that is dying, and it's because I'm the only person in the society who can lie. She says, I don't want to go to nothingness, and I go, there's not nothingness. It's a beautiful place you go, and you're young again. And I invent heaven, right? And that comes from the fact that when my mum was dying, I did face a dilemma. If she'd have said, do you think there's a God? That's a personal thing, and that's you know. So I just try and be honest, really. And the other thing is, if someone else's kid, 5-year-old, asks me, do I believe in God? I sort of think, what should I say here? And I say, well, I don't, but a lot of people do. What do you think? You know, I try and there's still a level of diplomacy. It's not always my place. You know what I mean? Mm. I don't. You know, my house, my rules. If someone asks me something on Twitter, I tell them the truth. It's, you know.
If there were 3 doors, which says God exists, God doesn't exist, I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
There's 3 doors. It says God exists. It doesn't exist, I don't know.
But you not knowing is irrelevant to where there is or isn't a God. Again, you've done a sleight of hand there on a category mistake, because 1 is knowledge and 2 are beliefs, right?
I haven't even finished my question.
No, what? No, there's always... I'm saying 3 is always there. If you had to choose one...
Yeah.
It's I believe there's a God. I don't believe there's a God. I don't know is irrelevant then, isn't it?
So you're basically saying that we have reached this stage purely because of social media. That's the only reason.
No, it's just another outlet for narcissism. That's all it's done. It just amplifies things. There's always been things like that. But, you know, 15 years ago, if you wanted to write a complaint to the BBC, you say, you get out your pen and paper and go, dear BBC, I can't fucking be bothered. Now you go, you tweet something, someone else gets involved, they get involved, a press person's reading it, it's a story. Because it's a spur of the moment. It's shouting out of a window and someone shouting back. Whereas we didn't have that before. So it's about amplification. It's all about amplification. And there's also an equivalence, there's quite a democracy on Twitter, whereas you can have a genius, you can have Richard Dawkins tweet something, and underneath it is some bloke in a bin tweeting summer in the same font, and it gives it an equivalence. Do you know what I mean? You've read them both. You've read them both, and you go, right, and that can, you know, amplify. And I think you have to treat it like that. You have to treat it like you've walked past some graffiti, and it's for you to get offended. No one's ever hurt my feelings on Twitter. It would be like imagine you walking down Savile Row, right?
Yeah.
Where I know you hang out. and there's a man in a bin covered in his own shit, and he shouts wanker. Imagine you getting into an argument with him.
It's happened.
Yeah. Yeah. But then on Twitter, suddenly you're in a discussion with this guy on Twitter. So you've given him all this credence, you know. So you've got to treat it like that. And it's terrible with, you know, some trolls really do target people, vulnerable people, and it's awful. But if you turn your phone off, it's not there anymore. And I think we have to treat these people like, you know, that they should be treated. They are in a bin.
So we were chatting beforehand, I was checking with some friends, and one of the questions came up about comedy and the fact that we couldn't think of many, if any, comedians who were religious. I'm not asking for example, I'm just saying, do we think it's a thing that most stand-ups tend to be agnostic or atheist or...
I think so. I think that's because a lot of comedians are critical thinkers. I think a lot of them are science-based.
They're intelligent.
Well, I don't want to... Well, yeah. But then, you know, a lot of religious people are intelligent, but they've been got at an early age. And it's like, I think they're braver. Some people... There's still a thing of not saying I'm an atheist because people think that it's a bad thing to be. You know, parents still christen their kids instead of school because they think it's a respectable thing to do. You know, that's sad, but I get it. There's a couple though. They don't put it in their act, I don't think. Tim Vine is very devout Christian.
Yes, true. Yes. But in general, they tend to be, I think, more sceptical or...
I think that's because they look at things from all angles and they come up with funny ideas. And I look at the idea, and I think that's what's wrong, and that's what dogma does, is that people try and give ideas human rights, so you leave them alone. And you don't have to. You can ridicule ideas without hurting anyone. And some people say...
That deserves a round of applause.
Oh, thank you. And they found it shuts some people up. If they say that's hurt, you know, you can be accused of racism or anything if you criticize an idea. And it's people jumping in the way of a bullet and saying, "Why are you shooting at me?" And it comes back to Richard's point that I'm offended. That's not an argument. It's not an argument. It's like me being offended if someone takes the mickey out of maths. It's like, go on, yeah, fine, yeah. Do you know what I mean? You can laugh at maths. It doesn't affect maths. It doesn't affect maths. The other thing is this ridiculous thing of, let's ask the average person what they think. Let's stop asking the average person what they... You know how fucking stupid the average person is? We still sell bottles of bleach with big labels on that say, "Do not drink." Right? Let's take those labels off, right? For 2 years, and then have a referendum. Now, when I'm at home, I watch hours and hours of Discovery Channel and History Channel. Hours, Discovery Channel, History Channel. Ask me anything about sharks and Nazis. Round of applause there for... They're not as bad as a lot of people make out. Sharks, I mean. Nazis, awful. Right? Sharks, brilliant. Amazing creature, okay? It can hone in on a floundering fish, right? Through the vibrations that it picks up through electrical impulses, through sensors in its flank. It doesn't need its eyes, but contrary to popular belief, their eyes are very good, okay? But it can smell and taste the slightest human secretion of blood and sweat, 1 part in a billion from a mile away. A shark would have found Anne Frank like that. Nazis, rubbish. I've been to her house. It's tiny. Every day they went in. Okay, let's move on. Sarge, can we look upstairs today? No, there's no one down here. Move on. Sarge, what's that tapping? She had time to write a book, for Christ's sake. Well, it ends a bit abruptly and no sequel. Lazy. No, but... Not a traditional subject for comedy, the old Holocaust. But I will say something about the Holocaust, and I'm sticking my neck out here, but in my opinion, I blame Adolf Hitler. He was the ringleader. Old Adolf. That name's died out, hasn't it? He killed that dead, didn't he? No one's calling their kid Adolf nowadays. No little Adolfs going to school. Loads of Brads and Angelinas, but no, look, you don't hear the teacher doing the register. Brad here, Angelina here, Adolf here. I do that quick so no one can take a picture of me doing that. No, but people make excuses for him. People say, oh, he was stupid, he was easily led, he didn't mean that. What do you mean he didn't mean that? They say, oh no, he was influenced by the political philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, right? Because Nietzsche wrote this paper talking about a Superman. He said, not all men are born equal. And Hitler misinterpreted this and went way too far with it. And think of that. You're a great scholar, you've done this work, and you get a call from the Führer. And the Führer goes, all right, Nietzsche. He goes, yeah, good, what do you want? He goes, just read your book. What do you think? Love it. Love all that. Man and Superman, not everyone's equal, kill all the Jews. Sorry? Not everyone's equal, so kill all the Jews. I didn't write that. I read between the lines. I didn't mean that. That's terrible. You haven't been killing... You haven't been killing Jewish people, have you? What? Have you been killing Jewish people? Yeah. Yeah. A little bit. A few. How many? 6 million. 6 million? That's all. I won't do any more. Leave it at 6. That's terrible. I won't do any more. Stay for dinner? Well, I will, but be careful in future. I will. Are you writing any other books? Well, I am, but I'm scared to tell you about it. I won't do anything. What's your new book called? My new book is called The Gypsies. Do we need them? Cheers. No, don't applaud that. We shouldn't talk about such things. It's not like we're in peace times now, is it? There's a little thing going on in a country called Iraq, which is not my favourite war. My favourite war is... oh, there's so many. They're good for different reasons. Falklands. That's probably the Falklands, because we won that one, and it was great. It was against Argentina. Yeah, weird. We're going to war with Argentina. All right, okay, fair enough. Yeah. But the reason it's my favourite war is that it was a range war, and what that means is the Argentine guns could fire 9 kilometres. The British guns could fire 17 kilometres. So we just parked our ships 10 kilometres away, and theirs were falling into the sea, and we were shelling the shit out of them. It's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length. And he's flayed it, and you're just kicking him in the bollocks like that. Vietnam, best soundtrack. Second World War, best ending. That had to be the end. That was a great finale. You couldn't follow that, could you? People are worried about that. They go, oh, atomic energy. Oh, it's bad. The effects are still being felt today. But, oh, it ended a war. And that's good. And it was discovered by Einstein. And he's a genius. And in his 1903 paper, he said that light could be described as discrete bundles of energies that when irradiated onto an unstable... What maniac thinks like that? Really? I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what turned Stephen Hawking's mad. Too much thinking. Do you know what I mean? The universe is expanding. Of course it is, Stephen. Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Jeez. Take a day off. Go for a walk. Not a walk, but I mean, no. Open a window. Watch a bit of TV. Robot Wars is on. You love that, don't you? Greatest mind on the planet. People say, oh, we shouldn't have a go at Stephen Hawking. Oh, he's a genius. He's not a genius. He's pretentious. Born in Oxford and talks with that fake American accent. And I think that's the important thing, because I've often said that people get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily the same thing. You can make jokes about any subject. It depends what the joke is.
Yeah.
There's no rules. You can't joke about this. You can.
You should be able to.
You just can.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's nothing sacred. But people then they go, wow, yeah, but you shouldn't hurt people's feelings. Well, you can if their feelings are wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like the facts, don't change the facts, change the feelings.
Yeah.
You know.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like? I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive.
Yeah.
I want them to start saying I found it offensive, because you've got to own the emotion, because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing intrinsically offensive about this joke.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth. Wow, dude. Yes. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth. I'm going to, okay? That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Hello, mình xin chào tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình trong buổi sáng ngày hôm nay. Xin cảm ơn các bạn đã dành thời gian theo dõi. Chúc các bạn mạnh khỏe, hạnh phúc và bình an trong cuộc sống. Trong video lần này, mình cũng muốn giới thiệu với tất cả các bạn cùng với lại các ông các bà cũng như cha mẹ học sinh một cái sản phẩm rất chi là mới. Thì trong video lần này mình cũng muốn khoe với tất cả các bạn. Đó chính là trên tay mình đang cầm những cái đốc nịch. Có phải không? Đốc nịch đó là tiền phong, đó chính là Việt Nam của năm 2024. Đấy, thì các bạn thấy của năm 2024 là có thấy mới không? Dù rằng năm chưa đến, Tết chưa về, đấy, nhưng trên tay mình đã cầm những đốc nịch rất chi là mới để dùng cho không những cá nhân, gia đình mà cũng còn dùng cho cả những cái khu tập thể, các bạn, từ những quán ăn, nhà hàng, khách sạn hay những nơi các bạn làm việc, từ những văn phòng rất chi là tốt đến trường học, các bạn. Thì với một đốc nịch mình đang cầm ở trên tay đây, đấy, thì trước hết cũng giới thiệu với tất cả các bạn với những đốc nịch rất chi là to và dài, các bạn thấy không? Thì có chiều dài của đốc nịch cũng là 1, 2, 3 lên đến 60 phân các bạn nhé, và 40 phân, tức là chiều dài thì đã được làm cho chúng ta được 40 phân, và chiều ngang làm cho chúng ta mỗi chiều là 40 và chiều 60, tương đương với lại một hình chữ nhật, các bạn thấy không? Đấy, đó chính là thuộc diện nhà xuất bản Tiền Phong các bạn nhé. Thì như các bạn quan sát trước hết của bề ngoài của những cái đốc nịch, các bạn thấy không? Thì nền thì được làm bằng màu xanh, và cũng đã in lên những chữ thương hiệu của nhà xuất bản là được làm bằng màu vàng, và những chữ Việt thì sẽ viết đồng rất chi là hoa văn với những đường nét màu trắng rất chi là ngoằn ngoèo để thể hiện những cái hoa văn của người nghệ sĩ, các bạn không? Với những cái chữ Việt Nam, thấy không? Và các bạn quan sát tiếp theo đó chính là 2024, thì mỗi một chữ sẽ mang cho chúng ta một cái màu sắc khác nhau. Đấy, thì số 2 và số 0 thì được làm bằng màu vàng, và số 2, số 4 nữa thì lại được làm bằng màu xanh, rất trên là tượng trưng với màu sắc rực rỡ, các bạn. Và tiếp theo đó là chữ gì? Chúc mừng năm mới. Đấy, cũng viết được rất chi là hoa văn và điêu luyện, viết bằng chữ viết hoa, các bạn. Và cũng đã được viết bằng những cái mực màu vàng ở trên những cái nền xanh, tỏ lên một cái đốc lịch rất chi là hấp dẫn. Thì tiếp theo các bạn đấy, đó chính là những cái ảnh minh họa của một vầng nguyệt rất chi là sâu sắc với ý nghĩa, và những cái cành hoa, các bạn. Từ những cành hoa mai, hoa đào để đón xuân, đón Tết rất chi là có ý nghĩa, với màu sắc rực rỡ, màu vàng và màu đỏ, các bạn. Thì như các bạn quan sát trong video